So on the morning after that crazy night, we woke up in our lovely roadside motel with quite the headache to deal with. After a fancy 5-star continental breakfast, it was time to go to church.
He said, we're all sinners through Adam. He says, everybody sinned. You sinned, I sinned.
But this was no ordinary church. This was the mechanic.
Without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sins. But God shed his blood for you and me. The veil in the temple, where only the high priest could go in.
All this time, I was really worried that being stuck in a small town with a broken down van, that I would be ripped off by a mechanic who would take advantage of my vulnerable situation. But when they found out that we're Israeli, one of them said to me, "We love Jews. After all, Jesus was a Jew." So I knew I was in good hands.
My van is just packed with shit.
It would take a day and a half to fix the alternator because they had to order from a different town 200 kilometers away. So we had to figure out what to do in the meantime.
So we're gonna empty this bag and then just fill it up with everything we need for the night. And then hitchhike to Nelson because this is a boring town. Yeah, there's nothing to do in this town. So we're gonna go to a cooler town like Nelson.
So we grabbed our stuff and hit the road. But no luck. So we decided to walk to the other side of town and try our luck there. On the way there, we came across something very peculiar. An old school bus selling frozen fish.
It's free shrimps, yeah. Where you get these from? We don't have freezer.
They come from all over the world.
Oh, yeah?
But since we didn't have a freezer, the only thing we could get was candied salmon, a local delicacy.
Cool. So what are you doing?
So I have a trick. When someone comes, I'm giving a dance, one step backward. So to give them the chance, to getting closer to me, kind of state of mind that, you want to stop, please, you can stop here, like welcoming for stopping. So this is my trick, but unfortunately it does not work.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work right now. Right?
Eventually, Lior's trick did work, and we got a ride after about 30-40 minutes. Not bad for 2 male hitchhikers. The guy took us to the next town called Calgary and dropped us off at the local bus depot, where we took a bus to Nelson. Clearly, I was very stressed out about the whole van situation. Finally, we got to Nelson, where we checked into the local youth hostel and met up with Lior's friend Corey. We went on a hike to see the town from above, and checked out a digital art show. Next morning, after coffee at my favorite Nelson Cafe, we walked down to the Greyhound station to take the bus back to Grand Forks and pick up the van that afternoon. On the bus, I was reflecting back on my experience with the car dealer when I bought the van.
Yes, I took the van over here on the highway, getting over here, and if there were any problems, I would definitely tell you.
Fucker. So we made it back to Grand Forks, but before we took off with the fixed van, we had to give the Christian mechanics a gift. In my van, I had a Hebrew Bible with me, which I planned to give to my rabbi friend in Saskatoon, but I figured that it would be more valuable to these guys because they've probably never seen one and would never be able to get their hands on one in that tiny town.
Yes.
6 days, you're right.
6 days.
Then we picked up the van and hit the road again.
Okay, we're in business.
We continued eastwards through the mountains of the Kootenay region for a couple more hours and climbed over the Kootenay Pass again, which was that mountain where we broke down with my old van 6 months earlier. It was covered in snow this time, and it felt so good to drive through it with a fixed van and without worrying about breaking down again. We were really enjoying looking at all that snow out of a warm and toasty van, and it felt great to be moving again. Descending on the other side of the pass, we were nearing the town of Creston, and about an hour later,